What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pound for Pound House. It's been a while. I haven't got a chance to put out a video recently. Just been a little bit caught up and busy, but I am jumping into UFC 304 early. I want to talk about the main card. Well, at least the fights that I'm watching. I'm going to break them down, give you my thoughts on them, and give you my predictions. So let's just jump into it. All right. One of the fights that I know I'm definitely watching, and I think this is going to be a real fun fight, is Arnold, Allen, and Giga, Chikadze. They're both fun fights. They're both fun fighters. I remember that fight with Calvin Kattar for Giga, where everybody was like, he's going to just destroy him. But Calvin Kattar ended up just kind of beating the living hell out of him for the most part. Arnold Allen obviously lost to Max Holloway, who was a champ at one point. And his last fight, he took an L as well from Mavzar, which was very close. They went toe to toe. When it comes to both of these guys, Giga is more of a striking type, and when it comes to Arnold is as well, but I think Allen has more tools. He has a better, takedown defense. He's better at grappling, I want to say. I don't know if this fight's gonna stay standing. I know that Giga can, strike really, really well, but Allen can also take, punches. He could take kicks, he could take strikes, he could take all sorts of shit, and he just keeps moving forward. So, he is one of those type of guys, and he's powerful as hell. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this fight plays out. I want to say also the fact that Arnold has the home crowd advantage. That might, be a big factor. Also, that Giga hasn't been fighting that often. His last fight was a year ago in August. Before that was a year before that, and then before that was a year before that. So he really hasn't been as active. On the other hand, Arnold's been a lot more active. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. 1 year out is a lot. It's a good amount of time. So, it's not necessarily going to build that much ring rust, but it's going to be interesting to see how, he approaches Allen and his game. And so we'll see. Maybe he proved his grappling a little bit or something like that. But when it comes from a strength perspective, I feel like Allen's just, more durable. That's just how I feel about him. So when I look at this fight, I'm gonna have to go with Allen. I think he's higher ranked too, right? Yeah, I believe he's higher ranked. So I just feel like Arnold has more tools. He's more well-rounded. He's going to be able to mix it up a lot better. I don't think he's just gonna stay standing, and I think that gives him the edge. So if I had to put money on it, I go with the betting odds. Arnold Allen takes it. I don't know if it's TKO or anything like that. Maybe. But at least a decision win. Anyways, next up, Mokaev and Manel Kape. First off, I don't even know if Manel's gonna make it to the fight. All right, let's just this guy barely. He pulls out of so many fights, it's ridiculous. So I don't even know. What was his last fight? I can't even remember. When was the last time he fought now? It was in 2023. So, I get it. He has the injuries or whatever it is, but I don't know. He's pulled out against basically all his rivals. Kai Kara France and Muhammad Mokaev, it's gonna be a fun fight, don't get me wrong though. Mokaev is so well-rounded. This guy is so durable. He can strike, he can grapple. He's pretty much good at wherever you take it. He's good, real good. And it's just going to be interesting to see. We're going to see how much better if Manel has got, or if he hasn't got. I don't know. Height-wise, Muhammad's got the advantage. He's also got that, unbeaten streak going on. That's a big thing for, you know, fighters where they're kind of on this hype train, and they're on this momentum where they don't, you know, they don't want to lose that. They don't want to get the L. They don't want to lose that 0. So they push just that much harder, you know. And Muhammad's on a mission, man. The guy's, you know, he's close. He's pretty close to a title. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Is it going to be a ground game? Is it going to be striking? I feel like it's going to be more ground. I feel like there's going to be submission somewhere there. Also, Muhammad's got the the home crowd advantage as well. And nobody likes Manel, unfortunately. I mean, it's a good fighter, but nobody likes him. So that being said, I gotta go with the undefeated guy. I think he gets it done. I think he submits him. That's really how I look at it. I think there's a submission there somewhere. So if I'm going to go with anything, I'm going to say Mokaev submissions, probably round 2, maybe even round 1. So that's my thoughts on that. All right, moving along. All right, Bobby Green, or King Green now, and Paddy Pimblett. All right, so hear me out on this. I feel like they're just throwing cans at Paddy right now. They're really trying to build him up. I mean, they really want to, you know, take him to the next level of competition. He's a big name already. He's so popular. You know, obviously Europe loves him. All of that part of the world loves him. Not so much of the US side, but it is what it is. Huge market on that end anyways. England obviously loves him, and he just has that type of personality. And, you know, everybody's giving him a lot of crap. You know, he fights cans. He fights basically a bunch of, you know, people that are like washed up, or, you know, some nobodies to a certain point, right? Although I agree, I think it's just the UFC trying to build him that way. I think it's kind of like how they're doing with Bo Nickel. They're not going to throw Bo Nickel like a really heavy big name yet, even if he wants it, I feel. I think they're just going to, you know, they don't want to lose that star power there, I want to say. And they don't want to lose that hype. They want to keep it going, right? So I think Bobby or Green is going to be the, you know, he's going to be that, I guess, that marker where if he gets through him, they're just going to throw him some bigger names, like much more up the rankings, I want to say, names. And I think that's how it goes for him. Because at this point, like, you know, I mean, the thing about Green is that he's primarily a striker, right? Paddy's all well-rounded. He can strike, he can grapple, and most likely he's going to grapple. We know King Green is not going to be somebody that's going to get to the ground. It's not really his game. It's not who he is. He's a boxer. He just, you know, he stands, and that's what he's been doing for pretty much most of his career. And he's like kind of a journeyman to a certain degree. So, like, we kind of all see how this fight's going to play out. The fact that even on this, I don't know if UFC's website is updated or not, but minus 185 for Green. You guys are, whoa. Stop. Holy shit, that's just wild. Listen, I'm not even a Paddy fan like that, but that is fucking nuts. Like, dude, Paddy's going to be the underdog in this? Come on. If Paddy gets him to the ground, it's a wrap. Which that's probably what's going to happen. Paddy's going to get him to the ground, submit him. Likely case. Striking, I'll give it to Green. You know, I don't dislike Green. I actually think that he's actually a really good fighter. I'm actually a fan of his fighting style. I like what he does. But I'm just being realistic. Like, the way they're putting this matchup together, I mean, you see how it's going to play out. Paddy's going to take it to the ground. He's submitted a couple people already. He's got, you know, Tony Ferguson down. You know, he's done so much. He's been submitting people. Green got one submission with Tony, which was Tony's kind of on the way out. So I'm not even gonna count it. I mean, you're not counting necessarily, but I'm just not gonna really say that's his game. It's not his game. It's not what he does. So I'm sure he's prepping for a potential ground game from Paddy, but I don't know. I think Paddy is a lot better than what he's going to be expecting. I think Paddy is really going to be able to take it to him, bring him down, finish him that way, and that's that. And I think Paddy gets a much more bigger name moving forward, and I think that's just going to make him that much more hyped. They keep him, you know, in England or the UK or wherever it is he's going to be fighting, and, you know, put on a main event with him there somewhere. Big money, big money. They need some big stars on that side of the world, like, and they're already building those guys like Paddy, like Aspinall, like Leon, you know, who else, Mokaev, all these other guys that are coming from there. I mean, these are people they're building on, and, you know, they're doing well with it. So same thing with Paddy. I think Paddy's just gonna, you know, by submission is gonna win this fight. That's how I feel about this. I don't even want to talk about it anymore at this point. So that's my thoughts on it. He wins by submission, round 1, maybe 2, and that's that. All right, moving forward. All right, so this one, anybody that's been watching my videos or has been following me know how I feel about Tom Aspinall. I think he is actually one of the best fighters out there. He is, like I said, he's probably the second coming of John Jones, in my opinion, in some ways. And he's just an amazing fighter, so well-rounded, so powerful. His grappling is insane. His striking is great. The guy is just, he can do it all. And he's fucking a giant too, 6'5", it's huge. So I think this fight, I mean, I get it. Curtis Blaydes is a striker. I mean, is a wrestler, and, you know, he can probably try to take Tom down. In the first fight that they had, it was kind of short, you know, where Tom hurt his leg. But man, the way I see this going, I don't think Tom tries to wrestle him. I think Tom puts him out. I think Tom TKOs him or KOs him. Curtis has been TKO'd and KO'd before. So I don't see that not happening again. I see that can happen, especially with Tom's power, especially after what he did to Sergey Pavlovich, man. Like, you can't doubt the guy. And the betting odds, I agree with them. Tom gets it done. Tom gets it done for sure, for sure, for sure. Retains that heavyweight title, or interim heavyweight, whatever the hell it is. Still doesn't make sense, but I don't know what he's defending. But he definitely keeps that title in this, I feel like, in this UFC 304. But would love to see him go up against, you know, obviously John Jones. I think everybody would. It'd be very interesting. But hey, let's see what happens. Tom Aspinall, probably TKO, KO, whenever he wants. All right. All right. The main event of the evening. All right, Leon Edwards, Belal Muhammad, man. This is, you know, for Belal Muhammad, it's been long coming, man, that this guy's been trying to get this title shot for the absolute longest. The guy's been, I think, he's like 9-fight win streak, whatever it is. You know, I get it. Nobody likes him. Everybody's like, you know, boo, boo, boo. He's a boring fighter. Kind of low. So is Leon, kind of, except for his one kick that's made him pretty much famous. I don't know. There's just, I'm going to say, honestly, it's just, this fight is probably going to be boring. I feel like after you watch these guys down here, like, this is a good card. It's a solid card. I didn't even get a chance to rate this card, but this card, I feel like it's a solid 8, in my opinion, maybe even 8.5. The thing is, the Leon Edwards fight and the Belal Muhammad fight is probably going to be, unfortunately, and I hate to say, it's probably going to be a snooze fest. And I think Belal does not go strike with him. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Belal's going to go and grapple with him, take him down, probably hold him down for most of the fight, and win it that way. That's just how I see it. Because I think he's understood that, you know, Leon's striking is on another level. He's also very well-rounded. I mean, he went against Kamaru Usman, and, you know, he was able to take him down. So it's not that his grappling is not going to be as good as Belal's or anything like that, but Belal's also probably, he's primarily a grappler, and he's been training with Khabib and that camp, so he's probably really getting that, you know, up to par, you know, Sambo style. So I see that. I just see him grappling him most of the fight. I mean, 5 rounds of grappling is going to be a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, all fights start on the feet. And the last fight, you know, he was getting pieced up that first round. So, I don't know. It's just going to be so interesting to see how this plays out. Because the betting odds are obviously in favor for Leon. He's, you know, the more well-rounded fighter. But I feel like Belal wins. I know this is crazy. I feel like Belal wins, and I just feel like he wins by just crotch sniffing, unfortunately. Because Belal's striking is really not there. Even with that fight with, what's his name? What was that kid's name again? I keep forgetting his name. Like, I always confuse this kid with another person. Don't know why. Sean Brady. That's what I was thinking of. That striking match that he had with Sean Brady, even that, man, I mean, it was good. He won by, you know, he won another wrestler with striking. But it was like the most impressive thing in the world, right? I mean, and no shade to Belal. I love Belal, man. He's a, you know, he's a cool dude. He's a little cringy, but he's cool. And, you know, I think he gets it done, though. All respect to his career so far. He's just puts, no matter how he's won, all right? Fuck, he's won. Like, don't take the guy's credit away from him. You know what I mean? He's won. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. He has won. So I think he gets it done. Like I said, he grabs him, holds him down most of the fight. If maybe 1 or 2 rounds might be some sort of striking, but that's it. I think aside from that, it's all grappling, holding him down, and that's that. So yeah, my pick, Belal by decision. That's it. Not definitely not submission. I doubt it. So Belal by submission, and that's that. So that was my breakdown of the card, or at least the fights that I'm watching. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys have? Who are your picks? Leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video. Also, if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you can see all the new videos I upload.